guys? This is Showtime's Fight Form. Obviously, of course, I'd love to say thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you watch the whole thing through. Make sure you comment. Make sure you like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. As you know, we talk all things fights related out here. Thank you once again. So let's get right into the topics. All right. So this episode is going to be about this past weekend with all the fights. We had a boxing fight, which Jermell Charlo. Then we also had an MMA bout, which was about Islam fighting Thiago. So, I wanted to talk about both because they're both important fights in their realm of the sport, obviously. I'm going to first start off with Jermell Charlo fighting Castano. This is my issue with, I'm not even going to just, pick on boxing because MMA also has terrible judgment. But my issue is more so with boxing just because it always happens when the favorite and the big name guy is losing. Now, I'm not even mad about the draw, all right? Because at the end of the day, Castano kind of put his foot off the gas and started getting tagged a lot toward the later part of the fight, and he started to allow Jermell to start to come back. So I'm not even going to be mad about the draw. The draws, okay, whatever. But for any person that's ever seen boxing, to give Jermell a 117 to 111 scorecard is just laughable. That is an awful, awful card. There's no way in hell Jermell won that many rounds. Literally not possible. That is almost as bad, and I still say this is the worst card I've ever seen in my life, which was the Canelo versus Floyd Mayweather, where Bird gave Canelo a draw. Oh, no, actually, no. I think they said he won. And I was like, hold on. Him? He won? Okay, he didn't win a round, let alone the fight. But like I said, this is back to Jermell. There's no way in hell he won that fight 117 to 110. That's just not possible. So I'm tired of the corruptness, man. At the end of the day, Jermell has lost already. We've already seen him lose. If he loses again, okay, so what? It is what it is, bro. You don't need to protect his undefeated record. We already know he is, unfortunately, the worst version of the Charlos. He's not the better one. And at the end of the day, it's okay. If he loses, he loses. If he got a rematch, let him rematch him. But I'm tired of these. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the Deontay Wilder, the Tyson Fury, how that was a draw. Stop. Give these mans, there's just dudes. These guys work their asses off, and they don't work their asses off to get draws, all right? They work their asses off to obviously win the freaking fight. And I think Castano did enough to win, personally. And here's another thing that I kind of don't understand about boxing is, why is there 12 rounds? I'm not really getting that. I don't ever want us to go back to 15 rounds because that is brutal, and it shouldn't take 15 rounds to decide who the hell wins. But why are we doing even number fights? I mean, not fights, but in even number rounds. That never makes sense to me. So one person wins 6 rounds, the other person wins 6 rounds. We're doing a split draw, and we got to go see him fight again. No, either make it 11, make it 13. I'm tired of these 12 rounds. It doesn't make sense. I'm tired of all these draws. Nobody wants to pay all their money, spend their time, pay for pay-per-views to see draws. Realistically. I say that respectfully. But at the end of the day, the fight was amazing, though. I can't disregard that. That was a fun fight, and they are going to fight again, so I can't wait to see it. We're going to have a draw. We got to see him fight again, at least. For the undisputed middleweight belt, let's go. I'm excited. Let's go. But then let's go into MMA. All right? That was just my opinion on the boxing world. I'm always frustrated, it seems like, with boxing, but I love boxing. It's so fun to watch, but good gracious, man. Politics outside of boxing literally ruins the perfect product. But yeah, MMA. We have Islam Makhachev. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. That's the best way I can say it. I'm going to keep practicing because I do think this guy is going to be somebody we talk about for years to come. He fought Thiago Moise, and this fight was built for us to realize Islam is a real threat. And everybody wants to build up Islam as the new KHABIB. He's Russian, trains with them. He's a great wrestler as well, a really good submission game. So everybody was like, this is coming out party. Everybody's going to realize he is the next coming. Now, the actual fight in itself was a pretty dominant one. Islam looked good. But here's the thing, and I've seen this with several other fights of Islam. Is he good? Yes. Is he potentially great? Yeah, I think I would consider him great. But is he the next KHABIB? The answer is simply, hell no. He is not Khabib. And I think that the sooner that we stop saying that, stop calling him that, stop even mentioning Khabib outside of the fact that Khabib is his coach and his training partner or whatever, but stop mentioning him as comparison, I think the better it will be for Islam. One, this is the reason why he's not Khabib. He's already got knocked out. That's just, come on, bro. We have a hard time finding rounds Khabib lost. He's actually got slapped, unconscious. So, I mean, to a nobody. It's not even like he got knocked out by, like, Connors or Dustin or something. He got knocked out by nobody. Khabib has never been knocked out. Never even been dropped. I don't even think he's been cut. Two, his ground and pound is nowhere near as devastating as Khabib. I've never seen anybody with a ground and pound like Khabib. It's honestly ridiculous. The way he generates power, how active he is, and the fact that he never gets submitted or barely ever even gets close to being submitted. It's ridiculous. And the pace, it's just, it's unfathomable. Like, honestly, it's crazy what Khabib has really done in the octagon. So, yeah, that's not Khabib. Stand-up wise, he's not on Khabib's level. Does he have power? Yes, he does. He's obviously slept some people before. So he does have the knockout power. But as far as technical ability and as far as ability not to get hit, it's not there. And I'm not saying Khabib's the most technical striker ever, but let's put it like this. We've never seen nobody outstrike Khabib. Like, and you're gonna, some people will say, oh, Conor did. Okay, cool. I'm glad you believe that, but I would say no. But yeah, like I said, it's defense. Like I said, you rarely ever see Khabib gets cracked. And like I said, I feel like once Islam step up competition as far as strikers, he's gonna get tagged a lot. I'm just not the biggest fan of the stand-up game. And this is not me sitting here saying that he's bad. I think he's the top 5 MMA fighter in lightweight division. Like, period. Pound for pound, not pound for pound, but organization-wide. Like, not even just in the UFC. I think top 5. He's possibly in the top 5 in the lightweight division. But like I said, good win. He's not the next Khabib. Is he going to be champion in the next year or two? Possibly. It's very possible. Do I foresee it this year? Hell no. Next year, maybe. Well, I don't know. Depends on who's the champion. Is it going to be Charles Oliveira? Is it going to be Dustin Poirier? I don't know. He matches up better probably with Charles Oliveira than he does Dustin. But even still, who knows? He probably could be both. He's such a great wrestler. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, that's my opinion on Islam. You guys can tell me what you think on that note. But now the last fight that I really want to talk about, because this fight is actually, in my opinion, well, not even opinion, everybody knows it. This is a title contending fight. Whoever wins is going to fight for the title next. And that is going to be TJ Dillashaw versus Corey Sandhagen. Oh my goodness. When I tell you this fight is about to be ridiculous, I'm so excited. Now, granted, TJ hasn't fought in 2 years, and last time he fought, he got slept by Henry Cejudo. But we already know 125 TJ is not the same as 135 TJ. And I am ecstatic for this fight. This fight was supposed to happen a month ago, but it didn't because of, I think, a cut on TJ's eye. These guys are phenomenal strikers. I mean, they're both, their footwork, ridiculous. Combinations is crazy. I mean, they both have great kicks. Wrestling obviously fits towards TJ. And I'll be very shocked if TJ honestly doesn't use his wrestling in this fight, because we all know that Cody is a very bad wrestler. Like, and we've seen that with the Aljamain. I mean, he took him down, submitted him in like 40 seconds. That was embarrassing. I wouldn't be shocked if I see TJ do that. Now, that's not what the fans want. That's sure as hell what I don't want. I want them to stand up because they're both phenomenal strikers. But if TJ wants the easier win, use your wrestling, bro, and just submit him. That's the way to go about it. How I see this fight going, I'm actually going to... This is a very important fight for TJ. Let me just go ahead and say this before I even give my prediction. We already know he was on EPOs. Some people are going to sit here and discredit his whole career because of the failed drug test, which I mean is rightfully so. At the end of the day, he called it the prime of his career. He took EPOs. He admitted it, and pretty much had to, no other way. And then he got suspended, and now he's coming back. This is a legacy fight for him, man. He needs to win this fight. To prove the doubt is wrong, he didn't need it. And in my opinion, do I think he is with this long layoff and things of that nature? I'm personally going to say no. I think Sandhagen has found a groove, and I think that he's going to find a way to win. And I do think that we will eventually get the Peter Yan versus Cody Sandhagen. It's going to be a ridiculous fight. So I'm going to go say TJ is going to lose. I don't trust his chin as much as I trust Cody's chin. And I do think that he's a little bit, I'm going to say a little bit, I'm not going to say a lot because they're both versatile in their strikes. I'm going to say he's a little bit more versatile in his strikes. Just a little bit. So I'm going with Cody. So you guys tell me what you think, man. Who you think is going to win between the two? Also tell me what you think about Islam, and then obviously boxing. But thank you guys for tuning in. This is Showtime's Fight Forum. You guys have a blessed week.